Okay, now we'll do atomic mass, molecular mass, formula mass. We'll do it one by one. I'll tell you. Now, atomic mass and molecular mass you might have studied in the lower class. Might what? You have studied in the lower classes. Atomic masses. Do you know atomic mass? What is the unit? It is measured in U. Symbol is U. This is U. U stands for Unified Atomic Mass Unit. What is Unified Atomic Mass Unit? For example, if I ask you what is the atomic mass of carbon, you will say 12 U. What? Unified Atomic Mass Unit. Moreover, when you are calculating the atomic masses, how do we do it? We calculate the relative value. Hence, we call it as RAM, relative atomic mass. It's a ratio. For molecular mass, we say RMM, relative molecular mass. What do you mean by relative? Just now I said you that what you can say formula of molecular weight. What did I say you? Weight of one molecule of a substance by weight of one atom of hydrogen or weight of 1/12 of an atom of carbon. Here what we can say in terms of atomic mass? Weight of one atom of what you can say of a gas by weight of one atom of hydrogen, we can say. Clear? Or weight of one atom of a gas by weight of 1/12 of an atom of carbon. 1/12 of an atom of carbon. Because atomic mass of carbon is 12. So 1/12 into 12 is how much? It is 1 only. So that is the ratio, because weight by weight. It's a ratio. Got it? We don't have an absolute value. We have a relative value for atomic masses and molecular masses. Absolute value we don't have. Got it? Which you meaning now we are having it, of course. The one which you study in the lower classes, that I am saying you. Clear? So hence the unit for the atomic masses you have studied is your U. That is relative atomic mass. When you are writing the unit, you write the atomic mass of carbon is at 12 U, means 12 AMU. I should say that. Oxygen 16, we can say that. Clear? But one thing more I will say you, that atomic mass of a particular, what you can say, element is generally a fractional number. It's not a whole number. It's a fractional number. But when you convert it into gram, listen carefully, when you convert it into gram, we convert it into the nearest whole number. For example, let me say you, like what is the atomic mass of hydrogen? You will say 1. It's not 1. It is 1.008. When we convert it into gram, we convert into the whole number, nearest whole number. What is that? 1 gram, we say it as. Now, do you know that why we are having a fractional number? Because that is an atom of hydrogen consists of number of isotopes present in it. Number of isotopes. Generally, we are having 3 isotopes of hydrogen. What is that? Protium, deuterium, tritium. It is present in a particular ratio. It is being present. So when you add up the mass of all the isotope, you get the mass of that particular atom. When you add up the mass of all the isotope, you get the mass of that particular atom. So hence that is that mass. The one which you study is the relative atomic mass. It is the average atomic mass of a particular substance. Average atomic mass of a particular substance. Alright? So how do you calculate the average atomic mass? Now this you haven't studied. Listen here. This you might have studied till now what I said. Now average atomic mass is denoted by A bar. A bar is summation of Pi. I can write it in this way. Pi into Ai. Pi stands for percentage abundance. Percentage abundance. And what does Ai stands for? Ai stands for isotopic mass. We can say that. Isotopic mass. Summation means what? Total. For example, we are having in case of hydrogen 3 isotopes are there. Isn't it? 3 isotopes are there. So if I want to find the atomic mass of hydrogen, what will I do? I will take the percentage abundance of the first one, that is P1 into A1, atomic mass of protium, into the percentage abundance of protium, which will be given to you. And how much percentage of protium is being present? Let us say it is 82%, 35% or something like that. That will be given to you. It is unknown quantity which will be given to you. Now second one is what? Deuterium. Its percentage will be given to you. Let us say P2, and its isotopic mass will be given to you. That is A2. So P2 into A2. The third one is what? Tritium. Got it? Whose percentage abundance is the remaining. From 100 minus you can do and you can find out the percentage abundance of tritium, isn't it? Now let us say this is 30% and this is, let us say, 40%. So 40 plus 30 is 70. So this percentage abundance is how much? Another 30%. And its isotopic mass, which is I wrote it as Pi into Ai in this way. Alright, again I repeat, the percentage abundance will be given to you. We'll do the numericals, don't worry, we'll do the numericals for it. But first you understand the theory. I'll do the numericals and I'll send it to you. So percentage abundance will be given to you, as well as the isotopic mass will be given to you. For example, I took it as hydrogen. The average atomic mass of hydrogen is how much? 1.008 average. But when we express it in grams, we express in the nearest whole number. That is how much? 1 gram we take it as. Always. Why do we do so? So as to do the calculations easily. It will not be tedious. For that reason, always we convert in the nearest whole number. So in this way, percentage abundance will be given to you for protium into its isotopic mass, deuterium into its isotopic mass, tritium into isotopic mass. This is an example I have given you, an example. But this is the actual formula. Got it? This is actual formula when the percentage abundance is given. Now you say, sir, the percentage abundance is not given, the fractional abundance is given. Fractional means what? Same thing, we divided by 100 now. Here what you will do is that by 100. In case of percentage abundance, what you will do? Summation of Pi into Ai by 100. Why 100? Why 100? Because when I say 30%, 30 by 100. When I say 40%, 40 by 100. So by 100. Okay. Now, when you divided this one, 30 by 100. 30 by 100 means how much it is? 0.3. So this becomes what? Fractional abundance. So, fractional abundance, what is the formula? Summation of Fi into Ai. Means it will be what? F1 A1 plus F2 A2 plus F3 A3 plus ... We can say that. This is the fractional abundance. Same thing. Percentage by 100 if you do, what you will get? You will get the fraction that I said just now to you. Let us say if it is 32%, 32 by 100 is how much? 0.32. So 0.32 you can put it here. If the fractional abundance is given 0.32, you will put it here. If it is given in percentage, you will put it here. That's it. Into the isotopic mass. Into the isotopic mass. Into the isotopic mass. You will get the average atomic mass. Average atomic mass can be calculated in terms of percentage abundance. If percentage is given, in fractional abundance, and the fraction is given. It depends how the question is given to you. Accordingly, you will solve it. Got it? So in this way, we calculate the average atomic mass of a particular element, we can say that. And we express the unit as AMU. But as I said you, it is a fractional number. Let me give an example now to you. An example. You know the atomic mass, the average atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. Now where from we got this value? Now chlorine has got two isotopes, 17Cl35 and 17Cl37 in the ratio of 3:1. Alright, in the ratio of 3:1. 17Cl35 and 17Cl37 in the ratio of 3:1. So what will I do? To calculate the average atomic mass, average atomic mass of chlorine, what will I do? Very simple, 35 into 3. Alright, 35 into 3. 3 parts. That is 75%. Is your, what is that? 35. If it is given in percentage, what it will be given? 75%. If it is given in fraction, what it will be given? 0.75. In ratio, this is being given. Same thing it is. Understand the concept. Understood what I said? This is total 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. So in terms of percentage, it will be how much? 3 by 4 into 100. How much you get it? 75%. Got it? And in terms of fraction, how much it will be getting it? 75% is how much? 0.75. Clear now? So it will be given. So 35 into 3 plus 37 into 1. 37 part is how much? 1. 35 part is 3 divided by 4. You do it and see, you will get it as 35.5. In this way, we get the average atomic mass of any particular substance. For example, I have given it for chlorine. Chlorine has got two isotopes, 35 and 37 in the ratio of 3:1. So every element has got in this way some or other isotopes. I told you in the last class, every element has got some or other isotopes. and it is present in a particular ratio. It is present in a particular percentage. It is present in particular fraction. In any way you can express. Alright. So in this way we calculate the average atomic mass. Alright. I think it's clear to you what is average atomic mass and how do we calculate it. Now the next thing is that how nowadays we are using, and that is a latest technology we are using it, that is called as atomic mass spectrometer. Alright. This spectrometer, by using this particular spectrometer, we calculate the atomic mass of a particular substance. Alright, because this one theoretically, practically how do we do? Calculate the atomic mass of a particular substance, atomic mass of a particular element. How do we calculate? We use atomic mass spectrometer. By using that spectrometer, by using that technology, we calculate the atomic mass of a particular substance. This is just for your what you can say knowledge. I tell you that you may ask, sir, how do we do it? Do we do it in this? This is theoretically we do it, but practically how do we do? Experimentally how do we calculate? We use atomic mass spectrometer and we find out the what you can say the value of an atom, the mass of an atom. Thank you very much.